welcome back to Astro Supersport, where we are continuing our coverage of the Kopiko Purple League. Final date of match day 10 here at the Sports Arena Sentosa, the official tournament arena. My name's Jeevan Silvanathan. I'm going to be joined by Donald Spears, our badminton analyst, in just a second as we take on, as I said, the evening tie. And this is the final tie to end match day 10. As you can see from that table, just two teams have yet to play their 10th match, Serdang and Bangsar Hawks, both of them in between 9th and 12th, but Serdang with a chance to possibly catch 8th spot Klang United, who have already played their 10th game. And well, for Bangsar Hawks, it really is about pride. They've both only had one win. Serdang just recently had theirs. I was talking to Sorchit Boon, their manager, about that. They were over the moon about getting their first win, and they'd like to get another one as well. And this is the lineup. That win was really contributed a lot by Wang Su-wei, who's going to be kicking off the men's singles for them. The Taiwanese player has been very solid. Go Jin-wei, of course, the prodigal women's singles 14-year-old. She should be able to dispatch of Tina M. But Tan Kian Meng, the captain, also dependable. He'll be in the mixed doubles with Amelia, Alicia, and Sally. Let's just get the teams out on court, and we'll get to the match.
Coached by Andy Kaur. Team manager, Oh Yu Hong. That's the away side. Now let's bring on Bangsar Hawks BC. Your captain, Zulfadli Zulkifli. Look at you! Sun Wei Han! Look at him! Chia Lik Hao! Aaron Chia Teng Po! Tina Muronitara! Satisthan Ramachandran! Coached by Ramesh Nandan. Team manager Ismail Saman! And there go, ladies and gentlemen, the two teams for this tie. Serdang BC and Bangsar Hawks.
Our two teams to close out match day 10. Bangsar Hawks in the orange and red, Serdang in the blue and white. Both teams, as I said, have picked up one win. And before we get to finding out who's going to win this one, let's find out what the managers have to say. Mark, actually, the team owner, will do just as well. Himself and Ismail Saman with JD on court.
All right, down here with the managers before the start of this tie. Now remember, if you want to get your tickets for the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge, log on to ibookcourt.com. Tickets are selling out fast. All right, let's chat with the managers before the start of this match with Ismail Saman from Bangsar Hawks BC. You only have 2 more ties to go. Any thoughts on what's going to happen today? How are your players feeling? How are you feeling?
Okay, my player feelings like still happy, still in focus in the game. Then they all need to win and much to approach that player lah to be like fight until the end, because now only we have to T, but I have to be realistic. But we cannot take top 8, but we have to plan to top 10. Hopefully can. All right.
All right, thank you so much. It's my summer from Bangsar Halls, BC, over to Serdang, BC with Ong Yu Hawk. Can you smell Klang United? How close is Klang United? Can you overtake them tonight?
We have to win by today, and we hopefully that we will win a bigger majority. So it will be easy for us for the next tie to win a little bit. Then we can go into the top 8. But I'm confident that we will be in the top 8. Yeah.
Now, one more thing. Today, it will not, as usual, not be a tough, it will not be an easy tie. You have some tough matches ahead. Which matches do you expect to see some trouble?
We will look at it. This will be on the second singles because the Jofadi will play against our Saw. So that is our, not worry, we try to give our best. So hopefully we will win big. That is what more important. We don't care the point from where. The most important that we have to win more set, you know. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ong Yu Hawk, Ismail Saman. Now, before we start, once again, handshake, one more time. All right, let's get to the matches. Managers, thank you.
Well, interesting words as always from the managers, as we always have before the tie. And what Ong Yu Hawk was saying there, Donald, is that he's, well, a little bit concerned about the second men's singles, as you would be, Zulfadi Zulkifli against Soy Woo-yik, and looking for big wins from Wang Sung-wei and Go Jin-wei to get them up and running in the men's singles and the women's singles. But can you see any other problems? Or perhaps here, Satistaran Ramachandran, we've seen him play singles, we've seen him play doubles. Is he good enough to take out Wang Sung-wei? This man from Taiwan, as I said, I was talking to Sorchid, they're all very impressed at Serdang with what he's done.
Well, anything can happen, of course, in badminton, right? Anything can happen in a match. But I have to say that Satistaran, not such a long time ago, he was really junior. He's now stepping up onto the big stage. Wang Si-wei has been on the bigger stage for a little bit longer, and I have to say, yes, I've been very impressed with Wang Si-wei. I think he's really a player with the upward momentum. If he can stay injury-free and stay focused on his game, I think he can really make an impression in Kopiko Purple League and also on the senior circuit. He has beaten two of the most fancied players in the Kopiko Purple League, Derek Wong, Ji Lang, and also I think it was Go in his first game. So Wang Si-wei is really a very strong player and on the up. So Satistaran's got to race his game. Of course, number 6 junior player in the world. And but to be honest, it would be a great achievement for him just to get one game from this great young player from Chinese Taipei.
Well, that's exactly it. There he is. He's 19 years old, and we saw a great performance from an 18-year-old Singaporean in the afternoon tie. She's been performing well. That was Zhao Yu, and yes, as I said, even the management that I was talking to was saying that Wang Si-wei could be the player that helps them get into 8th spot. Let's just get through that very clearly. Klang United are currently in 8th. They've played their 10th game, and they are minus 27. Serdang have this match, this tie, and the one on the weekend, and they are only 9, or was it basically 9 games away. So it would be a huge victory for them if they could take away 7, 8, or 9 from this tie and then really leave it to the last day. What we're going to see, I can tell you now, on that final match day, Saturday and Sunday, don't miss it. There'll be 3 ties, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Get yourself down to Sports Arena to watch them, because Kapong possibly out of the running now because of that draw that they just had this afternoon to get 2nd spot. That's a 17-game difference. Against Petaling Jaya, you'd have to beat them 18-0, which we haven't seen all season. So, but they're still, with Puchong having played their 10th and losing yesterday under your stewardship, I understand, with Des Corker, it was 13-8. They are now very close. It's just a 10-game spread between Kapong and Puchong United. So that draw wasn't too bad for Samuel Nason and Kapong, because they didn't get any further away from Puchong. That is a match to watch. Both of their matches, of course, on the Saturday and Sunday. But as for Serdang and Klang United, well, if Serdang do make a meal of, I hate to use the term, whipping boys of the league, Bangsar Hawks, They have only had one win. Both teams have had one win. But in that time, Serdang, as you said rightly, Donald, have strengthened their ranks by bringing in Wang Zuwei. And with that addition of solidity, in addition to the shot making of Go Jinwei, for example, no Sung Ju Ven today, I noticed. And you are a big fan of So Woo Yik as well. So that second men's singles isn't going to be as loose as
Still expect Zulkifli to win that one. And that might be somewhere where Bangsar can get some points on the board, but I still think that maybe he's doing well to get 6 points overall from this match.
Yeah. So you do believe then that Serdang are going to be nicely set up as we get into the weekend for a shout at that 8th spot, because, you know, not only is there money involved, of course, but that is a trip to Genting Highlands and the Champions Challenge Resorts World if they can oust Klang United. So we're underway already. Bangsar Hawks playing for pride, really. Serdang playing for an aim. He may have been errant on that first point, but the second point looking far more solid.
Great attack from Satistan. Down the line. I have to say, he looks comfortable, Jeevan.
Yep.
He looks relaxed.
The last time I saw him play singles, of course, he was playing doubles when I was last in the commentary box. He does have his shots, and he is a positional player. And as you said, he's a junior as well. Whether it's that whole term you use, stepping up to the big level, that big stage.
Well,
there you go.
Do something impressive. So, Wang Zuwei coming into this match as a favourite, and now Satistan showing his promise.
I can't take it, Donald. I've had too many favourites that have been ousted today. Really, over the last 3 or 4 days. My voice just got better. I can't take it anymore. 3-1 now to Sati.
From it's over 2-3.
That's quick, powerful from Satistan.
It really is.
Not showing any fear.
And so far, not showing any flaws in his game at all. I wouldn't count that as a flaw, as it was a delicate drop indeed.
Yes, absolutely superb drop from Wang.
Service over 5-3.
Another outright winner. Picked his spot, and you can hear the confidence in his shot as well.
Well, astonishing stuff. He's now 6-3 ahead, and massive difference in the rankings between these players. One is 487, sorry, 989, but
that is a
the
massive
other one is 51.
That's a 502 place
Yes.
difference. Yep, not the biggest we've seen.
The highest he reached was 487. He's dropped down a little bit recently, but not really through.
Yeah.
Really just through lack of playing. So.
Now, one thing that Sorchitbun did say to me on my podcast was that he was happy with the fact that Wang Zuwei settled so quickly into a game. Funnily enough, he hasn't settled that quickly in this game. As you can see, just a few errors around. I look immediately at the unforced error radar, and I can tell you that it's 3-all.
He's pulled some points back there, but that was a bad error.
That's 3-all off 12 points. That's
He's gone
another
long
one.
again, yes. He's trying too hard at the moment to catch catch up sometimes in that position. Don't let it flow, so mistakes can happen.
I wonder if he's been hearing about what an impact he's made on Serdang, and now there's extra responsibility and pressure on him.
It's really, really tight at the end from Wang two-way, and that's the difference between the junior game and the senior game. The senior game, junior players come in and they suddenly find the shots are that extra few centimeters closer to the net.
Just a bit
smash a few kilometers per hour faster.
That much finer details that they have to play in. But
what do we know? Satisran is 9-6 up in the first game. A fantastic game from him. He's capitalized on the errors from Wang and had some fine attacking winners on his own side.
Now Serdang have got, oh, well, that one didn't quite make it. He really put some sting into it. So Wang Suwei is not out of it at all at 7-9. But he's going to have to pull in his game right here. Easy point for him to win.
Well, he made it look easy, but the tightness of the drop from the corner. And this one here, look at this. Oh, just clipped the net. I wasn't even sure if it went over or not. Gets away with it to pull himself back. Again, tight play at the net. Beautiful, beautiful tight play.
That is amazing. He's locked up his game nicely. And so Sati moves to game point. Bangsar Hawks, the team, are already very, very happy. Sati Ramachandran, let's see what he can do. It's a straight outright winner. He's not waiting for any net tumbles. He's not waiting for any unforced errors. 11-8.
What a wonderful first game from Satisthana Ramachandran. He has surprised his opponent all the way through that first game with some great attacking play like this one, just really quickly onto the attack, very powerful smashes, and Wang struggling to react. I don't think he's been put under pressure like that from his previous opponents. What a brilliant first game for Satisthana Ramachandran.
But the question is, if Wang had even gone into the media and, for example, watched Sati's old matches, would he have seen that threat coming? I think this is one of the most aggressive performances we've seen from Sati off the start, out of the blocks.
It is very aggressive, but let's not forget he took Iskander, Zulkan and Zainuddin to 5 games.
That's right.
When they played Petaling. So maybe we should have seen this one coming, Jeevan. I'll take back my prediction.
Well, yeah,
I say that maybe he can get 2 games on the basis of this performance instead of 0.
You've been right about so many games this week as it is. I mean, literally, when it comes down to it, that you know, I think you've proved your worth 100% when it comes to the odds, and I think a lot of people have just been surprised by how quickly Sati's come out. Now, the other question about a junior stepping up to the big stage. Yes, you've made an explosive start. Yes, you've taken the first game. Consistency, reliability over the 3. Do you think he's got it in him?
Well, he hasn't made so many mistakes in the first game. I think he's
no, they're all good. Yep.
Only 1. No, sorry, it's the same as Wang.
5 each, 5 a game, good. That one's in.
Yes, and that was where Wang was dangerous against Vincent Wong. Just finding the lines.
That's right, he's actually played some very solid players, hasn't he? I forgot that, he played Wong Wing Ki. Wow, we're seeing a different Wang now. That was inch perfect, everything that he was doing.
He's keeping calm. And I think what we will see is less attacking opportunities now for Satisthana. He's come out and he's surprised Wang. And now Wang knows that he can hit hard and with real precision. So I think we'll see him trying to give less opportunities for outright attack. But there we go. You see what happens. He's smiling. If this youngster gets onto anything, it comes down with such force. Here, Wang's thinking, well, let's just play a safe shot, but he's right in behind.
Nothing safe about that, yeah. Remember, both of them quite tall players as well, so that kill zone that we're so fond of talking about is even more fine now because of the reach and extension and elevation that both players can get. You're looking up to about 10 feet. So your lifts have to be of the perfect trajectory, and that wasn't.
3, 2.
Now, the question is, does Wang stay with playing the baseline game when he knows he's getting fired back at like this? Or does he try and shift it up, maybe move it left and right?
For sure, he has to up the attacking pace against Satistaryan and give him some of his own medicine, because it's not working.
Nothing, yeah.
At the moment to play a consistent game.
Oh, well, what was that?
Yes.
2.
Nothing going right for Wang at the moment. Making all the mistakes in this second game. The youngster, just 17 years old, so calm and relaxed on court.
Another one of these talents that has been playing under the radar until the Kopiko Purple League turned up. He's put him right in the limelight, and he's rising to the occasion. The likes of Azwin Ayup and Sati Ramachandran, you'll see them if you go to any other badminton tournament. I have, in fact, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The non-filmed days, shall we
And
say.
again, Satistaryan just absolutely bamboozling Wang, who looks lost at the moment. Really, really down. No energy. I think he's annoyed with himself. And he's losing the mental battle. Satistaryan just playing with a lot of freedom.
Well, coming into this, believe it or not, Sati has played 3 matches.
I'm just trying here. That was a slightly shorter, more punchy clear shot, but it put him in trouble in the end.
He's having to play some difficult shots, and look at this, Sati 8-2 up in the second. Now he's played 3 matches, 1 singles, 2 doubles, lost all 3.
3.
Unbelievably, he's come out here as a champion, absolute champion. Bangsar Hawks picked up a win just after New Year's. Serdang picked up a win just about a week and a half ago. Both of these clubs so happy with those wins. Oh, it just snatched it.
What a great chance that was.
4. 8.
Sometimes when you're running forward like that, you forget to control the racket.
Yeah.
And it looked like that's what happened there. You have to almost just slow the racket down, touch as you come off your sprint. Satistaryan not giving up. Oh, but again in that corner, same shot, same problem. It's a technical error.
8.
I wonder.
Just too eager at the nets. But he's so powerful on the attack from a lot of angles. Wang knows just a single point here will put him in real trouble.
Well, that is the thing that's happened with all players, whatever level you are. And his head's shaking. He's looking down. He's not happy. Ong Yu-Hock already concerned because it's obvious from the team lineup that he was looking for.
Oh, that's a dreadful, dreadful cross-court shot. And he knows
Dreadful.
it. Yes, playing backwards, literally.
Better kill from him there, but perhaps too late. And Ong Yu-Hock, as I said, based on his team lineup, was looking for a 6-love by the 3rd match, the men's doubles.
It's more positive play from Wang, constructing a point.
But what's going wrong at the net?
He's in the doldrums, really. He's staring the second game as a defeat, and actually that will put him in trouble for the match.
That will put him in a lot of trouble with his manager, who's not happy at all. Because he knows it's not a question of, it's not just a question of Sati playing some great badminton, it's also a question of Wang Making some really textbook errors.
And that one, a big chance for Sati Stan. He takes it for the second game. Incredible, incredible match so far from Sati Stan and Ramachandran. Wang here, we're going to see it. This is a poor, poor shot. Too casual.
Yep. Tried
too
to
short.
it too late as well.
And good night to the second game for
So,
Wang Su-wei.
11-8, 11-6. And Mr. Ramachandran is in full control at the moment. 7 minutes, 14 minutes total on the match time. It's almost as if Sati's playing about 400 places up his ranking, really, if you think about it.
Well, it's an enigma. I mean, he is a very, very, I don't want to use the word talented, because talent implies somehow that, you know, he hasn't worked to get where he is at the moment. He's a very, very skilled and dangerous opponent, even at the age of 17. But we do see these younger players sometimes blowing hot and blowing cold. Tonight he's hot and hitting everything with great freedom and getting some fantastic results. Wang looks he looks blocked. He looks in the doldrums. He's mentally losing the battle against the youngster that's just playing with freedom, attacking well, and getting some great results. 2-love up.
I know, and that is the fantastic thing about the Kopiko Purple League is that this matchup would probably happen in the early days of some opens, Grand Prix goals especially, but you just wouldn't get to see it. You wouldn't get to see the potential that's hidden within the players. And it's these areas, as we've identified, there's the physique, yes, there's technique, there is mental focus. All of these three areas are already inbuilt to half the players you see on TV. Now, with this, you can see the growth of it. Wang Su-wei, maybe this last week, everyone's been saying, wow, thanks for coming. You've been really, really great, brilliant. Now, he's realizing, as Jan Jorgensen did, as Nguyen Thanh Minh did twice, that the Kopiko Purple League is a lot more difficult than you think.
Well, Wang's game plan is not working. He's trying to play a patient game, trying to place his shots, play the thinking badminton, but it's not working.
On top of that, he's leaving just basically birdseed up there to get fired off. That's better from him.
It is much better, and he overcame Vincent Wong that way. He actually played much more punchy badminton, much more attacking badminton.
Yeah.
He didn't try to, let's say, control his opponent.
Well, with 11 points on the scoreboard, 2-love down in the match. It's tough work for him, even if you are really good. Nothing is firing for him today.
The interesting thing is just the body language.
That's right.
So negative from Wang.
Well, funny you should say that, because during that women's singles with Yip Hui-yin, as she got more and more tired, she was 2 games up, looked confident, but the body language is exactly it, because the 18-year-old was just bounding around in the 5th game. Now, he's wondering, and there's always that scratch of the head sometimes as well, when you know things really aren't going well. Should have killed it. Should have killed it. Yu Hock there with a headache early on. This was the player he brought in. This was the player that has brought the solidity, as we said, and that's what led to their first win. And now he's being clinically deconstructed and allowing it to happen. Wow. 4-2. With serve, you can expect him off his serve. Get 1, maybe 2 points, especially with the fact that Wang hasn't got anything to fire back at him right now.
Wang's game is not up to par at the moment. Oh, well, that was lovely though.
Service over.
That was
very
really,
nice.
really
4.
astonishing shot. This one is ghosted to ground. It's not a smash, it's just an absolutely delightful cutting shot that's just like a missile to the deck.
But remember, everyone, that Sathyasaran Ramachandran has already done what he was asked to do, in that he was expected to lose. So by taking 2 games back to Bangsar Hawks, to him, yes, it would be great to go back and tell Mom we actually won the match. But for his manager, he's already helped the cause. And that's a really significant idea that you have to understand with this new league badminton format. It's not just about winning on the day, it's about winning. Well, it's not about winning the battle, it's about winning the war. That's it. Tried the extremely tricky drop shot. And Wang here with a 6-4 lead. But through the 18 unforced errors he's made, I think that's another one there.
Well, no, that's good anticipation from Sathyasaran, because Wang has been trying to play that conventional shot just to place it and set it all the way through this match, but Sathyasaran's figured it out and he's onto it quickly.
Service over.
Couple of errors creeping into Sathi's game now, but he's still 13-18 on the unforced error radar. Sathi on 13 and Wang on 18.
There's a naive shot from Sathyasaran, lifting to the back like that.
I wonder if he's getting
Wang was
complacent.
on it in a flash.
I wonder if he thinks he's already won it.
Different kind of pressure, the prospect of victory.
Exactly.
And
it really
you see it
is.
here now, the errors flowing for Sathyasaran.
That's a perfect line. It's a different kind of pressure, the prospect of victory. It says a lot. You could write a book about that line. 9-5, 9-6 now. And this is in no way a sudden revival from the Taiwanese player. It's more a foot off the pedal of focus
Oh,
for
yes, and
Sathi.
Wang was under pressure there. He had a real save from the back of the court.
I wonder how this
That's
is going to go.
disappointing for Sathyasaran.
Yes, he has done enough for the club, but of course they want him to win.
Just losing his balance on the setup.
I often wonder about that setup. The players have different stances, and now the unforced errors are climbing back Sathi's way.
Well,
Do you think Wang's deserving of a game the way he's been playing? It's a tough question. It really is a tough question.
everyone is deserving of a game if they win it. That's how it works in badminton.
Actually, I don't know. I was witness to that 58 unforced error women's singles, so I don't know if either of them should have won that. But
Should be a loser both. But Sathyasaran is, well, he just saw the victory lap in sight.
yeah,
And then he got, I think we call it, we were playing snooker or golf, we call it the yips. And you get the errors that creep in,
while
mistakes
trying
flow
to finish it off. Yeah.
just at the right time when Wang started to get his flow on. So no surprise Wang took this third game, but in the fourth game, Sathyasaran's just got to remember he only needs one more game. So statistically, he has the best chance here. He just needs to go for his shots and try to put his opponent under pressure, because his opponent seems liable to crumble if things don't go his way.
And right now, he is his own worst enemy, it has to be said. He's been scratching his head, and he's been wondering why half his shots, and just off the top of my head, I can remember net shots that haven't gone over, drops that haven't gone over, smashes that have been netted, smashes that have gone long. There are errors all over the place. And you're right, Sathis has got to think about 11 points.
1 love.
And so there is a marked difference in the energy level from Wang as he leaps about 3 feet into the air to kill that one. I haven't seen that too often from him in the first 2 games.
Help by the net, yes. Oh.
And so this is now the difference. Wang has woken up. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on a wee run here.
Might just be, of course, if Sati suddenly starts feeling the heat and himself, being a junior, starts crumbling, then it could be yet another 5-set match that we've seen today. There were
3 love.
He didn't manage to catch any of the afternoon tie. There were 3 in that of the 6 matches. The other 2 of them were 3-1s. It was only the first 3 love by Go Soon Wat. So a lot of badminton played today.
And that's one finding the corner. That's ominous.
Yeah, he looks pretty.
He is
pretty
doing
set
what
now.
we didn't see him do in the first 2 games, and that's going for it.
Well, I'm glad actually for all the viewers around Malaysia that are just watching now, because we were saying that he could do it, and since he's turned up, he hasn't delivered it all. So.
No, he was just very slow to get behind the shuttle in the first 2 games. He was trying a different strategy, much more controlling. I think he thought that his younger opponent would crumble a little bit in terms of consistency, but Satistiran showed that actually it just gave him the chance to attack, which he took really well.
Now Sati's got the frown on his face. He didn't have that in the first 2 games. Wow, maybe that'll break the run. Will definitely break the points run, but what we're talking about here is the mental focus run.
Yes, but it's game on.
It is game on. That is one of the best terms in sport, by the way. Game on. Now, maybe Sati needed another couple of points just to close up a bit. 6-2 still seems a bit dangerous.
Yes, and see, now more errors flowing from Satistiran, I think. And another delightful smash. This is how he overcame Vincent Wong with those really penetrating deep smashes to the corner or down cross court to the line.
And he hits so low just at the baseline as well that
But crucially, he's forcing more mistakes from Satistiran as well by playing quicker, putting him under more pressure. Things are starting to go the way of Wang Su Wei.
But just so suddenly, that's the thing. It's incredible how all day today on this court there's been sudden change. You know, you've been seeing 11-4, 11-4, and then all of a sudden 2-11 the other way, and then
Powerful smash again,
oh,
and great follow-up.
Beautiful.
I think it really goes to show the importance of footwork and movement in badminton, and having that energy to get behind the shuttle, attack, and then follow up quick. And that's a great attack from Wang Su Wei there.
It's interesting, there was a long stare from Sati to Wang after that push into the corner. Just saw it on the replay. And I wonder if he thinks that he's just woken the dragon, because now he's standing off a lot more. He literally walked out of those curtains just below us and just fired off 2 brilliant games.
He's not getting things all his own way, and now Satistiran has to find his own comeback, his own energy to try and take on his opponent.
I think he really needed that smash to go in.
Yes, and now game point for Wang Su Wei.
7, in fact. Audacious little backhand clear, followed up by the most pinpoint smash.
Well, in a way, I'm relieved that Wang Su Wei is the player that we thought he was.
Yes.
He's showing that he can do it.
Yes, thank you.
We weren't imagining his
we weren't
great
lying.
attacking play in the previous matches, and that's another great smash, impossible to reach, and that's where his strength is, when he's up and fired up and getting behind the shuttle, attacking.
Yep.
He really does cause big problems for any opponent.
At 2-2, the tie-up, look at that, 11-8, 11-6, 11-6, 11-3. They've just been mirrored. But yes, what Dolan's saying is true. We weren't making it up, we weren't lying, we didn't confuse him with a different Wang Su Wei at all. It is the same player, except of course one thing nobody can do is get into his own head And I think that was the problem for the first two games, because he just wasn't quite there. And you saw on court the difference when he is on his game. So Sati now had his best chance, there's no doubt about that. And see, there's longing looks over to his opponent, wondering what's coming at him next. He doesn't look as confident as he did before.
Well, it would take more maturity than his age might suggest for him to realize the predicament he's in. His opponent is clearly woken up and is going to attack him with force. So Satistan needs to realize that and start raising his own game. And if he can do that, that's a sign, as I say, of maturity beyond his years.
Yeah.
But it will take big effort from him now. I wonder what he's got up his sleeves.
Now it could go that way, or it could also go to the fact that Wang suddenly falls prey to those unforced errors, which were criminal in the first two games. But more likely based on the last two. It's tied up now, of course. Now the difference, as you were saying, between experience and youth is that when you do get to a fifth set, we said it in the fourth game, Sati just had 11 points to aim at. Now, if Wang has 11 points to aim at, there's a pretty good chance that's going to focus him.
Yes, but Satistan, since he was having a go in that rally. Reserve.
Oh, let call there.
Yes, and again, that's what I'm talking about. Players will make errors usually when they're under pressure. And that was some cute net interchange that Wang got the better of Satistan on.
That's out.
Wang making the mistake under a good jab from Satistan.
And now this is how this game might play out. Double match point now, of course, a possibility, a probability. If they keep alternating points like this.
This is superbly quick badminton here.
Yeah.
Oh, just going out.
And that's what I meant, possibility or probability. But yes, all of a sudden, they've moved up into an entirely different gear of badminton.
Absolutely. Top gear now from both players, moving quick. And you'll start to see the chest heaving.
Yeah.
Gulping breaths very soon, because this is quick badminton. Ismail Saman, noted, of course, in his playing career for his speed, attacking play.
Sure, that's what he's been drilling into his players. Good defense.
Great defense from Satistan, really great. And now he's on the attack, and he gets it.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And this is what I mean, right here. Possibly now Wang's thinking, hold on a minute, even my new improved policy, which got me to the fifth game, might not be working. He hit himself.
And that's what I'm talking about. Maturity beyond his years. Okay, now I've got to up the tempo. He's realized it, and we've really got game on here. 3-2 to Satistan. Let to call again.
Sati's looking less tired, has to be said. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. That was
brilliant, deceptive drop shot, yes. Satistan knows it. Wrong-footed.
There was hardly any power put on that shot at all.
Completely bamboozled him.
Those errors are creeping back in, Donald. That should have been an easy kill.
Oh, it just tumbled over.
Oh, he got it.
Tumbled over, yes, that was why. I wondered why Wang wasn't
Yeah.
picking up the shuttle, but it's because he got
that is
lucky break.
Parallax error. Commentator's parallax is what that is. That one's out.
5-3.
Well, it's good to see that Wang is giving Sati a lot more respect now, because I think playing that patient game in the first two, maybe he thought, I'll just come in here and I'll play my positional game.
Maybe against the junior he thought that it would be enough, but
Yeah, he got absolutely destroyed in the first 14 minutes.
Changing ends, and Wang very, very quick to his bags. Fired up now.
Yeah, and I'm sure. Yeah, Hong Yu-ok, almost sign language from here. I can see that he's telling him as he does. Stuff to do.
I can tell you that when your opponent starts to move quickly and play quickly, it's very difficult not to get distracted. And just saw the winner from Wang there.
Yeah.
When Satistharen was in the middle of the court, maybe expecting the quick smash. And that's when you can surprise your opponent with a softer drop shot, as Wang did, when they're fired up, waiting to react quickly, and then they have the chance to react slowly.
Right, right.
And you can really catch them unawares.
So we get into what I'm sure is going to be the final phase of this match. Simply because they're both running out of points. Wang needs just 5 of them. Sati needs 8. That's going to be killed. No? It's great play from Sati.
Yeah. And again, well done, Satistharen on that one.
I think he absolutely deserved that point in every way. He played it so well.
Yes, I don't think we'll see it, but he was at full stretch and full effort. That one there to get an attack going, which he did, and then it led to the second, which he didn't make any mistake on.
And this is more like what we saw in the first game, which is worrying for the man on the deck there. It's the oddest fall I've seen. I wonder what's going on in Wang's head. All in all, his performance so far, though, with the 2 games he played and this one, still good enough. And there's definitely strength in Serdang's ranks, for sure. I'm pretty certain Go Junwei is going to come in with a 3-love in the women's singles against Tina.
Complete mishit from Wang there.
Yep.
We've seen that when he makes these kind of mistakes, the mental side of his game starts to affect him.
It dominoes into a couple more errors. That's exactly how he lost the first 2 games. Oh, beautiful shot.
Yes, and Wang just couldn't reach it. He was out of position.
Well, I've been impressed with Sati. In the 2 games I've seen him, 1 singles and 1 doubles. He may have lost them, but I was impressed with the way that he moved around and the way that, you know, the different variety of shots he was playing. He loved playing them in a sense. He was really focused in what he was doing. And you're right, you can't take away from the fact that he's a junior.
Yes, but one of the world top juniors. So
right, yeah.
We do expect him to have something in the locker to bring to Kopiko Purple League.
Now let's see, he's taken an important lead here from being behind with some real power play. Wrong shot.
Satisthairen's got to realize that if Wang wants to, he can get behind the shuttle and attack so effectively, so powerful on the first smash. The follow-up is easy for him. That's the type of shot that Satisthairen has to be careful of. But well played there.
Well played. Yes. Well, I was wondering about that straight up lift. I mean, it's almost literally just inviting.
It is, but if he plays it perfectly, then Wang will be reluctant to attack because it's right at the back of the court. But if it's just that half foot or 2 foot short, then Wang will pummel it.
8-7, both of them closing in on match point. And both closing in at exactly the same rate. That probability of a double match point is now a high possibility, looking at how the points have been distributed in this 5th game. Highly likely that Wang will win this serve and then make an error. No mean to laugh, but that's exactly how he's been doing things. Oh, Sati mixing it up very nicely.
Yes, this time winning the net battle.
Ismail Saman is hyped.
He wants his players to fight, and
That's exactly
what Serdang is doing.
9-8. He gets the serve. He can close it out with 2 points from here. Well, that was guaranteed going to be. I mean, and what I really like is the transition from the soft to the hard in that shot. 2 delicate drop shots. It was literally teed up for him. And then the big smash.
Incredible stuff here. Match point for Serdang, and
2 match points, yeah.
thoroughly deserved as a result of an excellent performance in the third game.
Well, here we go, Wang. What are you going to do? Well, he rescued the attack that time.
He did, but he's under pressure here.
He's under serious pressure. This could be it. It's out. So, one of those match points goes a-begging. And now we have a very high possibility that we're going to be facing a double match point. And if we're going to look at the outcomes of that double match point, I'm going to go with Sati. If he plays points like that, the way he has been the last 2,
yes,
he's got a better than average chance.
nail-biting stuff, but there, Wang was in a lot of danger because you should know that Sati will try and loose off one of those smashes at any half chance.
Yeah.
And Sati was really working hard to try and get onto the shuttle for any chance that he could. And
early as well.
And early, yes, and he just put that attack down the wrong side of the line to keep Wang in the game, but he's in real trouble here.
Zulfadi Zulkifli, Krishna Kumar and the rest of the Bangsar Hawks team very happy with the performance of their utility player. As I said, he has played doubles as well. He did pretty well there as well, but now he has 1 match point to himself and then a shared match point should he lose this.
Very tight.
It's dangerous.
And yes, good.
Well,
Good smash from Wang. I was going to say that's a really tight drop shot that set up an attacking chance.
so we are here. It's not a probability anymore. It's not a possibility anymore. It's a total reality. We are at 2-2 in the tie, 2-2 in the match, 10-10 in the game. 1 point to decide all Kopiko Purple League games. Who's it going to go to? Oh, it's a shame it ended on unforced error, really,
yes,
isn't it?
Wang looks very relieved, doesn't
I'm
he?
sure he does.
I
I'm
think
sure he
actually
does.
got
Oh.
to give credit to Wang for a great drop shot there, because that was really what led to the error. Really tight at the net.
I'm going to
Look
ask
at him breathing a sigh of relief as he walks across to congratulate the umpire. My word.
Just before we get the interview from him, I'm going to ask you an even more controversial question. Do you think he should have won the match, not the game?
Well, the winner of the match always deserves to win the match. Always deserves to win the match.
You
but
just expanded what you said before on the
Yes.
game, but it's true. You're right. It's absolutely true.
I think he was very lucky in the end. He played a very poor first couple of games, and was very fortunate to get through as a winner in the end.
Yeah,
From a
I know.
great performance from Satista. And
He was waving to someone. Let's get down. Look at that match. That's how we've kicked off the evening tie. 3-2 to Serdang. Let's hear what Wang Zuwei had to say after the toughest match he's had yet in the Kopiko Purple League.
All right, down here with the winner of the men's singles match. I tell you what, a match it was, right down to the wire. First 2 games, he took it. Then the next 3 was yours. What happened?
The first game, I was too nervous. Then the coach says, calm down. So the final match, I will calm down. So a lot of chance, I will catch it.
You did a great job. Congratulations. That's a win for Serdang BC. Good job, man. All right, back to you in the Ivor Court commentary box.
Well, as a journalist, I'm going to ask, why was he so uncalm at the beginning of the match? That could go on forever. Still, how did this match play out for you, Donald?
yes, well, I mean, it's such a cliche, but it was really a tale of two halves, and so. Interesting that Wang was nervous. I mean, we thought he was trying to play a safe game I wonder if that was as a result of his nerves in the first 2 games, and it just didn't work. He was trying a lot of clears, a lot of soft drops, trying to move his opponent, which was a big mistake because Satistan was very, very dangerous. Be interested to know if they've played each other before, perhaps on the junior circuit. But then when we saw Wang start to fire up the cylinders, it was Satistan's turn to be, I guess, more static and let Wang take control of the match. But credit to Satistan for figuring out what was happening and not leaving it too late to come back in the third and give it a real go. And at 17 years old, he can be forgiven for missing a couple of match points. Unfortunately, he'll have plenty of time to come back and get some revenge on Wang on the senior circuit.
That would be an interesting match to see, actually. I can't wait to see that one.
And
Wang
that's just
Suwei out of jail.
Yes, out of jail. And that was a good example just at the end there of how Wang would smash really powerfully and then follow up very well with the push shot. Now, classic badminton attacking play.
The interesting stat there is that, of course, 5 per game. There were 5 games played. Sati under 5 just per game. Wang over 5. So really, mistakes abound, but for a 17-year-old, as you said, a very good performance. Now, this should be a straight 3-love for the prodigy, Go Junwei. Should be.
Yes, we just said that about the last game.
But
so
that's not Tai Tzu Ying there. That's not Tai Tzu Ying. It's not Fabian Guni. It's Tina M. She should be able to do this.
Well, Go Junwei looking really sparkling and confident as she strides out to court. I have to say that Tina has had some difficult matches so far in the Kopiko Purple League. She, to her credit, she has improved actually as the games have gone on. Her first outing was very nervous, and she made a lot of poor shot choices, but she has improved. So maybe she can sneak a game. But yes, Go Junwei definitely the favorite in this one.
Okay, well, let's find out what the managers have to say. They're on court with JD.
All right, down here with the managers before the start of this women's singles match. Get your Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge tickets at ibookcourt.com. All right, Ismail Samad from Bangsar Hawks BC. First, let's talk about the match before. Were you surprised how well Satish played, and could he have taken it? And number 2, what do you expect from this women's singles match?
First thing, I expect for Tina to do something well, because this performance for the first singles all do very good, but I hope Tina can do better. Then she can give all 100% performance, because this is a very important match. Then I hope Tina also never lose focusing, because this is very important match.
All right, thank you, Ismail Saman. Now over to Ong Yu Hop from Serdang, BC. I saw you sitting down there during the men's singles match. You were very animated as usual. Were you very surprised at how tough the match was? And are you expecting Junwei to deliver a big win today?
Yeah, as usual, that she will be delivered big win. Hopefully that don't get pressure. Normally she will be no problem on this singles. Yeah.
Right. But for the men's singles just now, how nervous were you?
Because I think the first 2 sets that he played badly because a lot of mistake. Then when come to third set, then we try to put him in, say that you have to attack and keep going. So he done well in third set, and then fourth set, and the fifth set that is quite crucial. So we asked him to stay in to get the points for the last. I asked him to, when you put that, you go to tap. But luckily that is the thing that we make it. Yeah.
So far it worked. Will the women's single deliver a point for Serdang or Bangsar Hawks? Let's watch. Back to you in the commentary box.
Well, it's all tied up, as I said, but this prodigy, 14 years old, no ranking, but I'm telling you, that's on the way. Go Junwei has been one of the biggest names that's been bubbling under the national circuit, mainly because of her age, of course. She just wouldn't get, she's up against a 16-year-old Tina M. She's a great shot maker. Fabian Guni certainly found what you have to do against Go Junwei, which is play an incredible